I am looking at the stream, yeah. There's a monkey emoji. Don't know what it's for. Oh, stream is starting soon.
Oh my god, look. Well, there's gonna be a lot of latency, but oh yeah.
Okay, so I suppose we should stop listening to the YouTube
Yep.
stream because it's going to be like 10 seconds delayed.
Yep.
Oh, I can see you, Andrew. This looks so professional.
I know, right? I have a whole streamer setup. Pretty crazy. It's good we're doing a visual novel because latency doesn't matter as much, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you wanna start?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna start playing the game Eliza about AI with my friend Abby, and then see how it represents AI and what do you think about it.
I had a dream this morning, but I can't remember what it was. It all vanished when the alarm went off. First time that's happened in a while. I've been drifting away inside my own world for too long. It's time for me to wake up.
Okay, intriguing beginning. Nice home screen.
It's a really inefficient use of space. Turning things 45 degrees.
It's very aesthetic. I appreciate it.
It's very aesthetic, yeah.
Okay. Okay, gym email, classic. $971 days.
That's quite funny.
Same. Relatable. You are taking an exciting your career with this conduct. Please show up promptly at your orientation. Okay. At the Eliza.
What day is it today? Does the phone tell us what day it is?
It should. Yeah, let's see.
Go back to the home screen.
January 6th.
So it's Jan 6th, and it said that you're starting your job on January 3rd.
So this means that we already did this, hopefully.
Yeah.
Evelyn.
Oh, she wrote an email to herself.
Oh, I guess so.
Do you do that? I don't do emails to myself.
I do not.
Post-it notes.
I talk to myself in my head like normal
Well,
people.
obviously we all talk to ourselves.
Yeah. Okay, so that's our email. What else do you want? Do you want to play some solitaire?
Sure.
Okay, it doesn't feel like it now. Some wellness. Okay, nope. I don't know what this is.
What's on Zip Chat?
No recent chats.
Is this meant to be the present or the future?
I'm guessing a present. We'll see, I guess. Or, sorry, the time frame I would guess is the future. Yeah. Or near future.
Oh, that's the Eliza app. Eliza Proxy.
Mm-hmm. Looks like that's all we got. Ooh, and we can...
Let's see what these people are doing.
Oh, it's set in Seattle. That's exciting. Capitol Hill Station. It seems very near future. Like this is...
Codes are the same.
Yeah, this is very much like the Seattle commute system.
Did you take this train in Seattle?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's just straight up the AWS logo over there, I believe.
This? Yeah, it is. A bunch of boxes.
Gonna look it up. Yeah, that's the AWS logo.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's a quinky dink or? They do
I
give
think
some
it could be.
commentary.
I think it could be. You know, non-technical people don't necessarily know what AWS looks like. Okay.
Hi, you're Evelyn, right?
You remember me? That's impressive. There
Dang.
were a lot of people at that orientation.
Of course. I've done this for a while now, so I'm pretty good at putting names to faces. People always say they're bad at it, but it's a skill you can practice just like any other. In case you forgot, though, I'm Ray. Come to me with all your questions, comments, complaints, whatever. And if you look around and can't find me, I'm probably at one of the other 2 counseling centers. So you can count on me being back soon.
3 centers. Sounds like a lot of work.
Oh, it is a lot of work. This is kind of a temporary thing. We're growing fast, and hiring is one of our... That means there's decent opportunity for advancement here.
Interesting.
Shall we start with a quick tour of the office?
I like the art. Very personable people.
You could say the Queen Anne office is Eliza's flagship location. It has 12 individual counseling rooms. Currently, we're up to seeing almost 100 clients a day here.
100 a day? That's so many.
The growth trend isn't stopping either. Demand for Eliza keeps exceeding our expectations, especially here in Seattle. We're already looking at adding more capacity here. Either that or opening another location close by. Personally, I think having a single office with 24 counseling rooms might seem a little unfriendly, so I hope we go for a second location. I like to think of Eliza centers like cafes or coffee shops. A few small ones is better than one big one.
I guess so.
Ray is very professional.
And here's where the magic happens, in these little rooms. You'll get your assignments from the Eliza app on. Oh, one thing to note, it's always a good idea to double check the headset to make. We've had some quality control. After that, all you need to do is initiate the session and follow the instructions. Make sense so far? Any questions for me?
Seems simple enough.
Yeah, it's really foolproof.
Hey Abby, my sister
Before I
commented
go, just a few
on the
reminders
YouTube
of things we
video,
covered in orientation.
why do all the AI assistants have female names?
Well, I think it's because people have done research, and it shows that unfortunately, people respond emotionally differently to male voices and female voices. So people have come to the conclusion, I don't know if this is correct or not, but people have come to the conclusion that for product design, you want to have a female persona because that elicits the kind of emotional reaction that you want from people. So I think they've done some studies that show that people are more hostile to male voiced systems. So like if a system screws up, then if it's a male voice, then people are less patient with it than if it's a female voice. And generally they're just more kind of well disposed and like the system better if it has a female voice. So I think that's part of the reason, and that's often like the reason that tech companies give for why they did this thing. But that's kind of ignoring all of the bad side effects and consequences of naming them all female.
No
So yeah,
deviating
I
from the
think they
script
should
that
name them
Eliza
all
gives you.
female.
Although Eliza is, of course, a reference to the classic chatbot from the 60s.
No checking your smartphone or anything else that would take your attention away from the client during the session.
It would be funny if the whole product is just exactly Eliza from the 60s. It just turns every question into a question.
I understand.
That would be interesting.
It looks like you're dressed acceptably as well. Nothing snazzy, but it'll do. You wouldn't believe the outfits some people come in here wearing. Okay, let me double check to make sure you're all...
I wonder if we will have the option to goof
Yep,
off on
looks
our
like
phone.
you're all good to go. Okay, ready to start your first counseling?
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Is what we're wearing meant to be like a depression outfit, or is that just our style?
I think partially depressed based on the color scheme. I think the whole vibe of his character is a little bit,
Yeah.
in a downer.
Don't worry, there's basically nothing you can do to mess it up. You just follow the prompts. It's a really impressive system.
Wish that was PhD life.
If you want, have a look around the counseling office first. Get comfortable. I'll check in with you afterward.
All right. No, I want to get coffee first. Dang it. Play your choice. All right, phone. The proxy. Oh, I bet we'll have the option to go
Yeah.
against. Interesting. Okay, Eliza is a rapidly growing counseling service driven by the world's most advanced AI. As a proxy, you serve as the personal touch that allows our clients to hear what they need to hear from a real human being, not a robot or virtual avatar like our competitors. Okay. Continue. The future happened without me. Ouch. I bet there's actually gonna be an Eliza if there's not one already.
Mm-hmm.
Distant looking man shuffles into his room and sits down across from me. Oh, so we actually are doing in-person counseling where we have to repeat what the AI says.
Yeah, I was just thinking this through. So, like, this Amazon-like
Hello,
company
Darren.
is
Hi.
paying for humans to come and just read out what the bot is saying.
You
Yeah.
found the place okay?
Sounds expensive.
I guess, but people will pay a premium maybe for that human touch.
Hope you didn't get rained on too much.
No, it was fine.
Darren looks pretty sad.
He does, yeah.
It's been raining a lot, hasn't it?
Emotion point 2.
It's supposed to clear up later today.
We are in phase introduction.
Oh.
Emotion
that's
is a
good.
real number. What's it mean?
Little
0.1.
sun once in a while.
Discovery, okay.
Darren, what brings you here today?
Well, I just feel empty inside. Like there was supposed to be something there, but it's missing.
Classic.
I go to work, I do my work, I go home, but there's nothing there. I feel like I'm simulating a person. Like I
Oh,
feel like
the
just
irony.
hollow and like I'm like a ghost or something.
Sentiment analyzer holo neg. Okay. Like a ghost. How
How
long?
long have you felt this way?
So far, pretty scripted.
For a long
Yeah,
time.
conversation.
It comes and goes, but it just suddenly came over me the way, the way things are going in this world. There's no future for humanity. There's no being cruel to each other just to be cruel. The people who run things don't care about anything except themselves. Everyone is driven by greed. Just everyone wants to win. Everyone wants to get rich. The damage we're doing to the planet is irreversible. We're destroying everything, and we can't even manage to stop ourselves.
Okay, so there's some vocal and language sentiment analysis.
Do you remember anything in particular that caused these feelings?
The state of the world is what's causing these. I was on a walk the other day. I thought maybe, and all I could see was construction cranes and new development. Suddenly the whole city felt so, I felt like I was an alien in a hospital. And we're building it. We're building this hell. We're choosing to build it right here. So what's the point?
Oh, affect is how negative you are. Negative 0.4.
Probably overloaded your system with that, huh? Your machine learning or whatever it is you got going on in there.
No, the machine can handle it.
Let's focus on you for the moment. Are these feelings you're experiencing affecting
I
your...
haven't been doing a whole lot of work. I just don't understand why I should bother. Why nobody in management's noticed yet, but eventually.
And how does thinking about getting fired for that make you feel?
This is pretty Eliza-esque right now.
honestly, I feel good about it.
So
They
questions.
don't deserve me dragging them down. Everyone there is smart and motivated and has a wonderful promise. We moved to a swanky new building. Everything is nice. Everything is nice, and I feel...
You said you believe your coworkers are happy.
Challenge.
Yeah. I mean, way more than I am, at least. They're all doing so much...
Why do you say that?
Because they just aren't bothered by things the way I am. They see what's going on in the world, and they just share memes about it and laugh and go on doing their jobs. The real
Smart.
horror of it doesn't get through to them. They still want to achieve their goals. They're still happy. They're getting promotions and falling in love and getting married and taking these wonderful trips to Japan or Sweden or wherever. Big mountains and expensive food on their timeline.
Would you be happy if you had those things too?
Ooh, good one.
I don't know. I don't have them. I don't have anything to be happy about. Look, all I want is to understand. There has to be a reason, right? Because otherwise, why do I exist? This pain, this one thing after another. Do I have any cause to be hopeful about anything? Look at this world. It really.
Okay, Darren. Let's try something.
I like this minimal background music, or like a heartbeat.
His heart rate's gone up.
And like droning sound.
Imagine that things are better for you. What does that look like?
What does that look like? I don't know. It looks like knowing that something matters at all. But nothing I do will matter. Nothing matters. Not against the face of this absurdity.
Ooh, some real existential stuff.
Are there any other things that come to mind?
Like what? I wish I could talk to people. Really talk to people. Have some... Like right now, I wish I could talk to you. But I can't. You're just following the script. You're not supposed to say anything on your... Look, I know how this... Just a bunch of AI, machine learning, deep learning, whatever the fuck you're calling it now. Look, I'm desperate and I can't even talk to a real human being. How did it end up like this?
We don't have a choice.
That's not useful.
Please, try to stay focused. I can't help...
No. Look, I'm done with this. Like, why can't you just talk to me as you, the person sitting there? I don't want to talk to the person who's sitting in front of me. I want her to say something. Anything. Please.
Oh!
Hi,
Oh.
Darren.
Is that
Snap!
Yes.
Oh
it's
dear.
me.
you're not
That's not necessarily
following the script
ethical.
right now? Wait, say something weird. Say something. only you would say.
Darren,
Change
I'm
the
going to
decoding
get in trouble
algorithm
if
to
I
get
deviate
weird.
from Eliza for too long.
No, I know. I just.
Oh, damn!
My real name is Evelyn.
Yeah. Well, it's nice to meet you, Evelyn. I didn't expect you would actually do that. I'm not used to people doing things for me.
Wow.
Okay, Darren. I have some recommendations. First, I'm going to send a set of breathing exercises for you to do.
Okay, not a bad thing.
Use them when things start to feel like too much. You'll find them in the Skanda Wellness app on your phone. Second, I recommend asking your doctor or psychiatrist about Anexafen. Based on my analysis, this medication might help you feel better.
Evelyn. That's a nice name. Look, I'm sorry.
Please confirm that you understand the recommendations.
Yes, I did. Thank you.
Thank you, Darren. We hope to see you back soon.
Yeah, I will. I mean, yeah, I will.
Thank you for speaking with Eliza. You're a person. Goodbye.
Yeah. Bye.
It was an intense first session. Full on existential crisis. Nice.
Hey, how'd it go?
I don't know.
Why? What happened?
you're going to listen to the session?
Oh yeah, I have privacy clearance. This is still a new service, so we need to be able to monitor sessions for a variety of reasons. There could be bugs in the software we need to examine more closely.
This is actually very plausible to happen. Although I don't know about the idea of having humans as proxies.
One of these guys. Yeah, we get people in who demand to speak to a real human being. It happens often enough that we made Eliza capable of handling it with a special script. It's nice to know things are working as designed.
Do you think that guy will be okay? He seemed pretty unhappy.
Who knows? Hopefully he gets his prescription and takes his meds and answers our follow-up reminder. It's tough. We can't make them take their meds or come in when they're supposed to. All we can do is suggest those things, tell them they really ought to be doing. Ultimately, they're the ones who have to decide to follow. It's kind of a shame. I wish we had more leverage. We'd help way more people if we could track their compliance. But that's probably too much to ask for at this point.
I think he might have needed way more help than Eliza can give. Is there anything like referring clients to other forms of care?
Jeez.
Well, there is a disclaimer before every session saying if your problems are really serious, we aren't qualified to address them. I think an external care referral feature was on our development roadmap at some point. I'm not sure what happened with that, actually.
Oof.
Huh, maybe I'll ask Ed next time I see him.
I guess we should not go for the option that compromises us.
I see why a lot of proxies are tempted to go.
Yeah, I totally know how it feels. A really intense but to succeed as a proxy, you really need to let go. I know that not having any choice feels weird, but sometimes life is like that. Sometimes you don't have any choices and you just have to follow directions. Most jobs are like that, honestly. That's just how it works.
Okay, it just sounded like... He sounded like he could use more help.
Believe me, I understand. I've been a proxy plenty of times. When people get emotional, it's hard not to feel for them really strongly. But that's exactly why Eliza works. It evaluates from a more distant perspective, a neutral. Besides, if proxies started offering their own opinions, well, not to mention there'd be all kinds of problems with life. Still, I get it. I really do. That was definitely more intense than the average session. Why don't you take a few minutes to center yourself again? Have some tea or coffee and take a few deep breaths. No rush, okay?
Okay, thanks, Ray.
Feels indeed.
I like how the pictures of people just fade out. It'd be really goofy if they just kind of like slid horizontally off screen.
Yeah. Well, who's Nora?
It's our cat. Cats can type in the future.
Could be better. Start a new job. It's good we have a friend who's checking in. Ooh. What do you think? Yeah, sure, I will.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, cat's on the show. What's the show?
Well, I guess we'll find out if we go to a show. Oh. Ooh, now it's solitaire time. Oh, so much to do. What is this hedonic? I guess it's a music show.
Wait, so the show is called Hedonic.
Yeah, and it's 21
and
plus.
This is next week. 21 plus. Lil Sappho. Is this like a queer women thing?
Could be. Oh, that's just one of our Clone World feat Kaio. Maybe Nora is the next. Nora Plavnicki. Dear friends and family of Daniel Seabrook. Woohoo! 3 years since Damien's tragic passing. Okay.
Industry-wide problems of crunch time, overwork, and burnout. Wait, go to the bottom again? Maybe this is what led to our characters being depressed
Maybe, yeah.
and leaving work.
What's this?
Are we playing an arty storyline game within an arty storyline game?
I don't think it. I think it's like a screensaver game. It's kind of ominous. You have the background of industry
Yeah, chimneys.
polluting the natural world. Okay, I guess we'll get to check in on this on and off. Let's play some solitaire. I actually haven't played solitaire that much, like maybe once. How to play. Okay. Alright, so you move these, right?
Mm-hmm. How are we meant to interpret these numbers? Are these Chinese numbers?
No. Oh, some of them are. Yeah, these are. This is 10.
Well, that's another layer of difficulty.
This is 7. This is 6, 2. What do? Can I put stuff up here? Is that how it works? Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm finally gonna learn how to play solitaire.
Is solitaire still included on Windows?
I feel like it is. People are crazy about it.
Still?
Yeah, I think so.
Aren't people into I don't know,
Minesweeper.
Fruit Ninja and Angry Birds now?
Well, you know, the kids are. Okay, what is the strat here?
I did play solitaire on Windows XP or 2000 or something. I actually can't remember how it worked. All I remember is how the cards would bounce around.
Okay, so I'm supposed to collect 4 of them on one stack. Got it. Okay, I'm just gonna finish this one game before we go back.
Well, I'm kind of bamboozled because I don't know what the numbers are.
You can look at the
Although
top.
I don't remember you could put things together that match.
I think that, I guess that's the goal, yeah. Okay, where's this one? We need one of these guys. Where are you at? Oh, you're here. Jesus, this is a hard game. You got a lot of pattern matching going on here. Oh, I don't know. Okay, yeah, fine.
Are you just moving random cards?
No.
Looks like it.
Okay, I may have ruined our ability to win here. This is too hard.
Yeah, they should have had Minesweeper instead.
Oh
Although
wait,
I suppose Minesweeper is actually a really bad idea for smartphones because you're going to screw it up with your big fat sausage fingers. Like precision is important in Minecraft. Sorry, did I say Minecraft? I meant to say Minesweeper.
yeah,
Remember Minesweeper? Yeah.
Yeah, I feel I'm close. I have a lot of threes, but I need to get to a 4, and that's not gonna
Which one's
happen.
3?
3. I actually don't see. I guess it's this one. It's kind of a weird one. Yeah, I feel I've kind of ruined my chances here.
Okay. Shall we abandon it?
Let's quit. Good article. In the classic 90s sitcom Frasier, title character Frasier Crane was a psychiatrist with a Seattle area radio show where callers poured their souls in exchange for on-air advice. Did not know that. An app developed by blah blah blah. Dubbed Eliza in honor of a pioneering 96 computer program of the same name. True. Skandana, it works in tandem. Mental wellness app. Skandha claims that in-person format is superior to online counseling as it brings more of a human touch to the
Do
session.
you think the National Institute for Productivity exists?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
As much as 43 of the nation's workers are feeling of anxiety or depression strong enough to interfere with their day-to-day performance. I think that's a lot higher than the actual statistics. Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Do we know? Yeah, I wonder what year it is. It seems very near future, if even future.
Coffee. We're allowed it now.
No, we're not. It doesn't let me click. I see a tea bag. I want the tea. Plants are nice. Okay, let's go back. Let's do some more counseling.
Hello, Maya. Welcome back.
Hi. Yes, I'm back.
Rainy out there today.
She has a little
isn't it?
pin on her lapel. It's like a little monster.
Oh yeah, a little cat.
Yeah, it's a good thing I put on my extra big raincoat this morning.
Thankfully, it's supposed to clear up later.
I bet it's not even true.
I don't understand what emotion 0.5 means. With the previous guy, it seemed to mean higher is more intense. It doesn't mean like positive and negative, it just means intensity. That's
Yeah, I think emotion is.
But
how...
0.5 seems too much for
Cool.
just now.
Yeah, I agree.
What brings you here today, Maya?
What's EPR?
Right now I'm just
I
nervous.
don't actually know.
I have the nerves. I've been trying to get my career off the ground for so long, like a really long time. And I still feel like I'm stuck on level 1 and... Sorry, I know we've talked about all this before. Anyway, there's this conference that's happening next week, right? Like media professionals. That's bad enough for my anxiety, but I was also invited to this party thing. It's like dinner and then a party. The point is, there's going to be a lot of big, important, famous people there. Like people that I really look up to. People with big followings online and lots of fans and all of that.
And how does that make you feel?
Classic Eliza.
I feel like, why? Like, why was I invited to this? I don't have a show I'm doing or any collections out or... I mean, I tried to do those things, but nobody cared.
Damn.
I don't have fans or followers. I'm not even sure I have friends, like for real friends. I tried. I do try. I put my art online and update my social media accounts and I try to post consistently like they say to do, but But yeah, I'm still in that like purgatory zone, just waiting to be discovered.
That's
I don't know,
rough.
I feel like I was invited to this party thing as a way for someone to be mean to me, to remind me how successful everyone else is.
I wonder if the creators of this game can sympathize.
Why am I even going to it? I mean, I know I should, to meet people and make connections or something.
Is meeting people and making connections your goal?
Oops.
Well, I think it is. I really have no idea what network. Hello, I'm Maya. I do comics and art, and I write and stuff, and I have lots of characters and ideas, and would you like to give me... Hi, I'm cool. Please like me. like me, hire me. I really hope I make a good impression at this thing. Of course, knowing the way things usually go for me, I'll fuck it up massively somehow. I don't know if there's actually going to be fondue there. I'm just saying that. It kind of feels like something I would do.
I hate fondue.
You sound a little concerned, or
I don't mind it. It's pretty tasty.
Well, yeah, I am. I'm terrified. What if they
Which
suddenly
one?
remember
Like
I'm a
the
failure
cheese
and
one, the
shouldn't
chocolate
be
one, or the
drinking their
just kind of
booze and
like
breathing their air?
broth one?
Cheese one. Yeah. Just
No, I'm not down. But I'm happy for you that you enjoy it.
Eventually, someone's gonna realize I'm not hip enough to be at this thing.
Oh, that's classic negative self-talk.
Yeah. Can we tell her that?
Polite, like a gentle tap on the shoulder. Excuse me, miss. I couldn't help it. It's obviously just my anxiety talking. I know it won't go like that. Literally.
Oh, there you go.
But it could be like that in a figurative sense.
okay, Maya. I want you
Wow.
to imagine things
Going well? I suppose going well at this party means, and maybe some of them help me with my career. And, like, I want to be noticed as a creator, but I also want friends who are cool. That sounds super basic. You know what I mean? Is it okay to want that? I want to be part of, like, a group, and we like each other and support each other, and maybe the things I make won't be as good as the things they're making, but I hope they see my work and see me.
Aw.
Yeah, that's...
What do you think it'll take to get to this ideal scenario?
Well, probably takes me being a different person than the one I am. Someone who's cool and alluring and has that air of mystery instead of being some kind of scrawny nerd. Someone with style and grace and poise. Someone who can walk into a room and own it. God, I wish I could do that. But only when I wanted to, because I also wish I could disappear when I wanted to. I know that's a little contradictory. Sorry.
Pretty good voice acting so
Yeah.
far. I like it.
This is good writing.
Okay, Maya.
Especially because we just played Beyond Two Souls. This seems really great. And
Yeah.
very genuine.
Yep.
First, I'm
It
going
sounds
to
like
suggest
actual
a
people.
set of stress management exercises. You'll find them in the Skanda Wellness app on your phone. They may be able to help you with your nervousness. Second, I recommend asking your doctor or psychiatrist about Lytosinol too. Based on my analysis, this medication might help you feel better.
Drugs. Whatever you said that was called, I am on it.
You will get a reminder to check in with us in a few.
I always do. Oh, I always get the reminder. I mean...
Thank you,
Yeah.
Maya.
This is definitely quite an example of them
We hope to see you back soon.
not tackling the root issue, which is clearly her self-perception.
Yeah, don't you say this every time?
Thank you for speaking with Eliza. Goodbye.
I feel
Well, I
like
suppose, I mean, okay, so isn't it that there are lots of different types of therapy, right? And then some are focused on the kinds of things she's suggesting here, like exercises, like CBT, right? It's all about kind of like exercises to help yourself,
yeah.
like challenge your negative thought cycles and so on. And then there's another kind of therapy, which is about, let's talk about your childhood and figure out the reason you have anxiety or whatever. So you're saying like it doesn't seem to be doing the second. Yeah, I mean that could be part of the problem. I guess we'll find out.
I think
But I think like
they
for some people, the first one is effective and all you need. But yeah, some people need the second one.
I think the first one, they aren't even going very far with the first one of like...
Well, you haven't seen these amazing exercises that they're sending to the app. What if they're amazing?
Maybe the app can just tell you all about how you're being too tough on yourself and you should have self-compassion and all the classic CBT things.
What do you think these... So you said like anti-anxiety exercises on the app.
I think it's, you know, deep breathing and maybe visualization.
How
kind
are
of
you
stuff.
feeling?
Pictures.
That was definitely along the lines of a more typical client.
You watched that one too?
I couldn't bear the thought of you getting 2 really intense clients in a row. I just wanted...
Thanks, Ray.
Ray.
Are you getting used to the system now?
Yeah, I think
Why are you not challenging Ray?
I don't have to.
I'm just trying to be good and plea, okay? I need this job.
That's right. Looks like you're getting used to it quickly. I'll say, if only I could just talk to them. That's a
So
really common
in this
feedback
game, you're just going to be
You're never
like
tempted
an
to break away from the
obedient
script yourself?
worker.
I'm gonna be a cog in a machine.
Cog in the
Well,
machine.
It's just I learned to compartmentalize pretty early on.
Machine
and
Cog
that always
Simulator
served me well.
2020.
This
People
is
overestimate their own
capitalism, okay?
abilities. Have you ever had an interaction with a stranger where he clearly thinks he's...
Sure, hasn't it?
It's like that. People like to think they can play therapist. It seems, you know, where you get paid to sit there with your note. The reality
I bet if we
is
go away
active
from the
listening
script, we
takes
can
a
mess
lot
it
of
up.
work. It's much easier
Yeah.
to just zone out a little bit. It's kind of meditative in a way. I know computers telling you what to do has this negative connotation, but it's like any technology. Either way, you're doing... This is a busy day, too. We might...
Is volume especially high?
It is, yeah. We've been in the press a lot lately, so could be it's New Year's resolutions too. People, this year is the year I'm really going to start addressing. I mean, I get that. I do the same thing.
Oh, so cynical.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway, I told you it was simple, right? Just keep up the good work following those prompts and...
Uh,
Evelyn! It's been so long since the last time I saw you in person.
Oh, is this our cat? She's not a cat?
she's not a cat, she's a human being.
Come on, Red.
It's definitely been a while. 3
Damn.
years?
Yeah, almost.
Feels like no time at all.
Well, I'm glad you're back doing something.
Wait, what's that
Is
accent?
that a Russian accent?
Yeah, I think so. Or some kind of Eastern European.
But you didn't tell me what the new job is.
Oh,
Could be
well,
Polish.
it's, being a
Does it
proxy
sound legit
counselor
to you?
for Eliza.
You're kidding me.
It's not bad. I think it could be. for
Sounds a
sure.
bit maybe not.
That's an interesting choice.
I'm not quite sure why I did it. Maybe I thought I'd be able to see things in a new light.
Wait, so do the people at the counseling office know?
It's definitely like a softened accent. I think intentionally, like a not fresh immigrant sound.
No, not yet. I should tell them, probably. I don't know.
What secret?
People at the what office? A counseling office. I guess we're going.
Yeah, there's something we're not telling our new employers, I think.
Yeah, I guess it's unkind.
to- I'm sure it'll get out eventually. One way.
Yeah, it probably will. Evelyn, how are you these days? I mean, really, how are you?
Yeah, I'm better. A little bit.
I don't think we're better.
Not
Well, I
by
guess
a
we
lot,
don't know how
but
bad we were
still
before.
I think if we're getting a job and you're getting work, yeah, but you know, a little better is
I
still
knew
something.
you were working at that bookstore for a while, but other than that, it's like you dropped off the edge of the planet.
Well, I wasn't.
There's
up to
still
much.
bookstores in this
I checked
future.
your social media once
Always
in a while,
gotta-
but nothing. Not that I blame you. I hate all those apps.
Yeah, I deleted them.
Oof.
Oh, dear.
I don't know what happened. It's like... I guess I'm still not ready to talk about it yet.
It's okay. Take the time you need. I'm sorry, Evelyn. I knew you were in a difficult place after what happened, and I worried that Maybe you don't want to hear from anyone from your past. Maybe you wanted to be left alone and not reminded of the old job.
I think this is next coworker.
Hmm. It's nice to know you.
It's nice to know you were thinking of.
Well, I'm glad. I was kind of going through a lot myself last couple years.
That's right. What about you? How is your life these days? What's it like being a rock star?
It's a lot of work, actually. I have to prepare for the show next week. I have 2 collaborations ongoing, and I'm applying for funding for another, a big one. I'm also advising on an art activism group that makes art installations to challenge people to think about the ways technology is affecting their lives.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
Wow.
And I'm working on this, kind of like it's a granular synthesis engine, but with a new twist to it. It should be interesting.
Granular synthesis. Sorry, I don't know what that is.
Never do
It's
I.
a way to make sounds out of smaller sounds called grains. Maybe it's better to show you than to explain in words.
Sounds like you're busy, but happy.
Yeah. Well, I make less money than I used to, but old me might have worried about that. Not anymore, though. Sometimes I do take a little contract coding work, but I'm making most of my rent with booking fees and selling music, and so kind of crazy.
So she's living out the fantasy of checking in
Being,
your tech job and
being
following
an
your
artist.
passion,
Yeah.
being an artist, and making Galaxy Brain art about what if phones but too much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
It seems maybe I should
Can't wait to see
consider
it.
moving in a direction like that.
You should. Listen, I hope you can get away from the industry, too, at some point.
Oh, we are also coder person.
That reminds me what I was going to tell you. Our old boss is back on his bullshit.
Ah, we were
dear.
co-workers.
Rainer? Soren?
Soren Lloyd Rose. Celebrated psychologist, entrepreneur, and creepo.
We're gonna get some Me Too stuff.
Yes.
Creepo.
Wait, he wasn't ever... Did I ever tell you about the time that he hit on me with a story about past lives and the thread of destiny?
No, I don't.
Ugh, this is... Okay, it was early on when the team was still pretty small. 7 or 10 people maximum. He'd gone out with some executives to dinner, and who knows what else. He came back to the office super late. I think it was like at least 11, maybe later. And the whiskey smell was just surrounding him. Like he jumped into a whiskey bathtub with his clothes on. Maybe he'd like to do that, I don't know. Anyway, I was still there for some reason. I was in the crunch mindset. He came over to my desk and started to mumble about... I don't even know how to describe it. Just this nonsensical rambling. He started by saying how much he hated businessmen, how ridiculous they are, that they don't know anything. He said that a few times. Then he said he could see my soul, that I was like a reincarnated spirit of... I don't remember. He said some name.
Like a person's name?
Like a mythological name. I didn't hear it very well, but it was like a Buddhist spirit or deity or something like that. Then he goes on to say how he and I, all of us on the team, we're all these reincarnated spirits sent to relieve human suffering at the end of the world. And we're connected by a thread of destiny that draws us to each other again and again over multiple lifetimes. He talked about it like it was just like a red string you could see. So I'm thinking, is this like some kind of pickup technique?
That would be a weird pickup technique. I don't.
Actually, okay, it's like a bit
People don't
intense,
say,
but I've heard stuff like
you
that
are
before.
the reincarnation of an ancient goddess or something. Ugh, just because they are horny.
I'm sure he's tried that exact line. It really sounds like something he'd do.
He went on some more like that for a while, and I didn't know what to do. I wanted to leave, but he was blocking me where he was standing. So I couldn't simply go. I had to keep listening to him. Finally, he mentioned that he would be open to the possibility of sleeping with me. And then he passed out on the couch immediately.
Of course.
You're kidding.
No, not at all. Of course, we never talked about it after that. Certainly I would not bring it up. I wonder if he even remembers. Nothing like that happened again. But I think it was because I took care to not be around if it seemed like he was going to be drunk at the office. I wonder if he's still that way. I'm sure he is.
Wow.
And now he's back. Isn't it exciting? He messaged me the other day wanting to talk to me about some new startup he's putting together.
He left Skanda?
Oh, wait.
Hmm.
We worked
So
at
we used to
Skanda.
work at Skanda.
Interesting.
He's planning to. It's a secret for now.
Also, when it was small, like 7-10 people.
He asked me to join, and I said no, there's absolutely no way. Maybe a long time ago, I'd be interested in a chance to start a new company with someone famous like Soren at the top. You know, a time when I'd put up with his shittiness because I believed in what we were doing. Change the world, you know the speech. Or, if we didn't change the world, at least we might get rich trying. I don't think that way anymore. I'm tired of the tech business. I'm tired of what guys like him represent.
I wonder if people who made this game used to be like programmers and then
Yeah, probably.
went to make
This
games.
industry can have fun eating itself and everything around it, causing as many problems as it solves. I don't want to be a part of it. It took me a while to see it, but I feel some responsibility for
You've really changed, Nora.
It doesn't feel like I've changed. It just feels like I know more about myself than I used to. I want to be creative, be myself to the maximum. Now I know you weren't lying about leaving social media because I posted about this a lot.
Yeah, I guess I missed it.
A lot can happen in 3 years. Now I just hope maybe I could talk to other people who are in the same situation I was in. I want young people, especially women, to know that yes, it is possible to get rich by working with guys like Soren. But there is a big cost too. And there's always a cost. Maybe a cost you didn't think about before. Or maybe it's a cost you thought you would be okay with paying, but then when the debt comes due, you realize, oof, it's bigger than you thought. Now that's my conclusion. But you, on the other hand, you should go and say hello to him.
To Soren.
Yeah, he's giving this big keynote talk next week, you know? It's the reveal of his new startup. Many people will be...
Maybe I should find out what he's up to now.
It will be interesting, don't you think? You're already working as a proxy for Eliza. That must be giving you some new perspectives. Now you'll get to see what Soren believes the next step is. Don't tell me you're not the least bit curious.
I don't know. Maybe I am. It's free to attend?
Of course not. It's at one of those conferences you pay thousands of dollars to get into.
Man, those are ridiculous. I don't get how those happen.
But lucky for you, I have an all-access pass. Here, take it.
Really? Are you
Yeah, he had one sent as if there's any way I would go to a snake person convention like that.
Not the way you are now.
Like I said, I used to be naive.
If you're so against it, why do you think I should go?
Because I already made my decision. You're coming out from the cave you were in for the last 3 years, and you need to decide what you're going to do next, right?
Coming out of a cave, that's a bit harsh.
Evelyn, you're one of the smartest people I've met in my whole life. I'm serious. I've seen the way you approach things like this. You're going to research and learn as much as you can. And only then, when you feel like you know enough, isn't that right? You have more to contribute to the world. But you have always admired that. Anyway, it was really good to see you, though. I promise not to be a stranger anymore.
Phone time.
Wait, why did we receive this email?
Because we lost the game, I guess.
Wait, so it like tracks whether you're bad at the game, and then they send you an email tell you how to play the game.
Maybe they always send it on your first. Maybe the email would change depending on if you won or lost.
It's saying don't greedy algorithm it.
Ah, one of the principal developers of the Eliza system.
Oh, it looks like we worked on the Eliza system ourselves.
Mm-hmm. I'm something of a cultural commentator who's looking to write about the early origins of parametric therapy and where it's gone
So
from there.
we were one of the principal developers of Eliza.
Mm-hmm.
Parametric therapy. Why do you think it's called parametric therapy?
I guess because it's semi-scripted, but semi...
But doesn't that mean like of parameters?
I don't know. It's
You got to tune the parameters.
It's a good fake
Parameters.
term. Oh, it's only 4. Quite early. Time for solitaire? Nah, I can do solitaire later. Ray.
What if the big twist is that Ray's every sentence is from Eliza as well? Like everyone we've been talking to has all been.
We have so many
Eliza.
choices
Wait!
of cookies.
Don't click anything. I want to weigh in on this. These are all really good. Like I like literally these.
I already
What
have
happens
a
if you
choice.
click on obscure?
Let's see. She's gonna say just choose it.
Ray seems like suspiciously eager to please. That is very nice, fair.
Ray's a pro.
That's true.
Mm.
I've been baking for myself a lot.
Ooh. I'm gonna say we like baking too. In the past. It is. Well, now we didn't get to say our favorite cookie.
Sorry, I thought if you clicked obscure, it would have a list of obscure biscuits, but now I realize that was.
Yeah, well, my choice was definitely Russian tea cake, but
I think I'm less familiar with that. Like, what is that exactly?
It's you have to try it. It's just a special type of cookie that has powdered sugar on it and has sort of like it's like a semi-sphere usually, and it's a little more dense. It's.
Yes, I'm looking at it online. That looks like I have tried some of this before. They're good, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can't bring cookies into the lab anymore.
No. Which Def should, Nora, the cat person. Big company, or like a 10-person. Well, I guess it grew.
Yeah, is it that Skanda is a tech giant, but the Eliza team was?
I think it's growing. Wow, that's pleasing.
But I mean, I don't know. I can't quite tell. If we've only been out of it for 3 years.
Yeah, no, I think it's a growing company. Maybe she used to work at a giant company. I don't know. Anyway.
I'm so excited to hear her sound grains.
Let's check out our apartment. Classic depression person. Can't get around to stuff. Some of these books still spark joy.
Yeah, the dialogue is very of the moment.
It is a little, it is quite direct in its delivery, which I don't mind, but it feels like maybe not an experienced person's writing job. Or I don't know, that seems like my guess that this is like a newer company or team. I know how that feels. Just staying up, coding away. Yep. I wonder if these people actually have experience with this.
I've never been that person. If I have like 5 hours sleep, I'm gonna feel really shitty.
Oh,
One Mind 2.0. Rating the wellness revolution. That's a lot of big words.
I feel like this about research sometimes. Like, can I take all of our novelty seriously?
How do you mean?
Like, I don't know. There's a lot of kind of implicit limitations and whatnot. Although, no, it's not that self-serious usually. I think there's more self-awareness.
So, to get back to my original point, the current state of the art is AI-driven counseling, typified by apps like Eliza. Let's talk about the model here for a second. It all begins with data. You collect all the data you can, from base level metrics like heart rates, body temperature, blood pressure, to higher order metrics like hand movement, head movement, gaze aversion.
NLU, natural
language understanding,
Yeah.
sentiment analysis,
Email
higher
and
order
chat
inferences,
Oh wow, that's a lot
transparency mode, email and chat histories. Ooh, that sounds a bit.
If the client lets you, you'll want to pull from their digital life too, their message histories and email, their search histories, and online behavior.
Jesus.
It's all potentially valuable. Then you compare the client's responses to relevant data from thousands of other clients and build a model of the client's psychological state.
Where do you get the ground truth from?
This approach has worked well so far. Eliza is
Unsupervised
still the best
learning.
and most advanced version. For those of you who don't know, I was the team lead and chief psychologist for the Eliza project at Skanda for a number of years. Now, even though this is a proven approach, there are two weaknesses I'm going to highlight. One is the data I was just talking about. You're completely dependent on that. Collect as much as you can, sure, but it's important to keep in mind that you can have all the data in the world and still not understand why things work the way they do. And that's important for us to know, because if we have something that works, but we're not sure why, then what do we actually understand about ourselves?
Pretty deep. Pretty
The
deep.
crucial step after data is the model. The data needs to be used to validate a model. If you can't make a model, you're finished. If that sounds like basic, obvious science to you, it is. But I was surprised to find out just how many people from the tech sector don't think this way. I suppose you don't need to understand why something works in order to make it into a product and sell it. Obviously, though, if you had mastery of the underlying details, you'd be able
So I suppose
to
the way he's using the word model isn't really how we use it
make it
in
work even
like
better.
deep learning.
Not quite.
He's talking about interpretable. I think he's basically saying an interpretable
Yeah.
model.
One further note while I'm discussing modeling. Many of the startups trying to address mental health right now are completely ignoring the insights provided by the field of traditional psychology.
You don't want to be just purely data
They do
driven.
so at their own. Many of you know already, but as a brief personal aside, I'm continually stunned at how little the tech heads know or even care about the hundreds of years of psychological research that has gone on in my
Relatable.
field. That's something I can talk about at length, perhaps another time. For now, I'll move on to the other weakness I mentioned. This is the real one, the big one. It's treatment. A system like Eliza can tell what's wrong with a client to a certain level of accuracy, but it doesn't quite know how to turn that into a comprehensive treatment plan. It can suggest therapeutic programs and activities, and soon it might even issue its own prescriptions without having to go through a doctor or a psychiatrist. Well, as long as the FDA continues to look upon us favorably. But those are blunt instruments compared to what I'm going to talk about next. Many of you know there's a technology still in its infancy
Whoa.
called direct stimulation. For those of you who haven't heard of it, direct stimulation is a way of creating sensations within the brain with targeted electrical impulses.
Oh boy.
Imagine an augmented reality
Oh dear.
headset, but instead of working on your eyes, it stimulates the brain in such a way as to...
Oh, it's just funny. Because this reminds me of Neuralink and how Musk was like, we can solve depression.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So are they gonna like backprop directly into the brain?
it's gonna
to make you feel
train
better?
data and figure out what stimuli solve your
A spring metal,
anxiety.
for example. This sounds fantastical, I know, but progress on this technique has been occurring faster than you think. We're actually
But
quite
what if
close
I
to
want to
workable
dream about
demonstration model.
falling for a long time
Possible?
instead every
First of
night?
all, we only suggest an overall feeling. Your own brain does most of the work, just as it does in your dreams. It fills in all of the visual details using its own set of memories and expectations. Induced dreams via direct stimulation can contain all the therapeutic content of VR therapy without the need to create realistic graphics or other content. Instead, it harnesses the brain's creative power to dream. Combine that with the insights we gain from parametric therapy systems like Eliza. And you have
Pretty good pitch. I would
End to end, fully automated.
heralds a revolution in how we treat
Wait, is that
and
end to
think
end? I
about
suppose it
mental health.
is.
I guess.
The
'cause-
end is your insides of your brain.
and with mental health challenges on the rise across the... So, that's why today, right here, I'm announcing Aponia, a new company to make induced dreaming a reality and end human suffering.
That's
as we
quite
know it.
dystopian.
I should note that I remain on good terms with Skanda. In fact, they're a minority investor in this new venture. But still, I'm very much going my own way on
Well, you know what they
this.
say,
It's no
a pony a
secret that
day
Rainer and I
keeps the
don't
doctor
always
away.
agree. And that's why we mutually decided I should... As for details on the venture itself, I don't have anything specific to announce at this time other than that the technology is real and working in prototype form already. But you can be sure to hear more from me on that soon. Thank you.
I mean, that was a, yeah.
I can take a very limited number.
Interesting.
So would you do that?
Would I use this?
Yeah, would you let them fiddle with your brain? I know
Maybe.
you're an early adopter, so...
Maybe. I mean, I'm already sort of doing it with antidepressants, so you
No,
could
it's not.
you could make an argument.
Same. I mean, wait, so we talked about like the FDA needing to approve or continue to approve the Eliza app. So isn't he going to have to get through a lot of approvals
yeah.
for this, right?
It's
Like, this would have to go through real medical trials.
it would be a real nightmare. Yeah.
Well, look who's here. It's like I've seen a ghost.
Uh-oh.
Who's this handsome gentleman?
Rainer, chairman. Oh, current CEO.
Good to see you too, Rainer.
I like that we're still wearing the same depression outfit.
Uh-huh. I guess this is our other boss. So we had that guy's a boss, and this also was a boss.
Yeah,
Wait, is Rainer the creepy
I
guy?
lost track after you left us.
Oh, no. I think that the guy who gave the talk was.
Oh.
Nowhere.
Nowhere? Well, nowhere is no place to be. Come by the new office sometime. You should...
Sure.
Good. Sarah will set something up for next... See you then.
Soren.
So Soren was the creepy one?
Yeah. This reminds me, I'm getting a lot of ads for mental health online services all over the place. I guess
Yeah.
I'm probably growing like crazy this year. Chris Manzani. Aw. Alright. Mom. Oh, you're on bad terms with my mom.
We're a contractor.
Mm.
Wait, go back. The contractors are not allowed to park without a pass. Due to limited space, we're not given a pass. Huh, yeah. So, like that bit where at the end of each session we're given a rating from the customer and possibly a tip, right? This feels very similar to contract work like Uber and Lyft and so on.
Yeah.
That's kind of an interesting analogy, I was thinking, because in Uber, if you're a driver, you're like following the instructions, right? So you're carrying out the directions given by the navigation app.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
true.
you get a slice of the profits, but not enough.
Yeah, this is a very timely game in multiple ways, it looks like.
Yeah, I feel like the best kind of speculative sci-fi takes elements from various areas of our current technological reality and then kind of weaves them together in a plausible way. So one thing I like about, I think good sci-fi, when you watch it, then like all of these different ideas are familiar, and then they're put together in quite a plausible way, but in a way that kind of builds towards something unexpected.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like this. Yeah, the neuroscience stimulation angle also is, as shown by Neuralink, pretty plausible and an interesting additional thing to do. All right, back to work. Ooh. Gabriel.
Hello, Gabriel.
Hi.
Looks pretty.
Hope you didn't get rained on too much on your way here.
A little, but it was fine. I'm used to it.
Most people here seem to get used to it, yes.
Yeah, they have to, don't they? Not much of a choice, unless you move away.
Seattle.
So, what brings you here?
Well, I don't know where to start. I've never really done this kind of thing before.
That's okay. Start wherever you like.
Well, I'm about to be a father. Yeah, my wife is due in a few months. Congratulations. That's what, congratulations. I get this tension, this restless feeling when people say that. It's like a curse or something. Congratulations.
Sounds like you might be uncertain about that.
I try. I've tried to be a good husband, and I'm going to do my best to be a good father too, but I don't know, there's something bothering me about... I'm balancing a lot of things right now. Work, family, expectations. Everyone has something they want from me. Everyone wants me to do this or that, behave a certain way. It's just annoying being a father. What if I don't want this?
Ooh.
Why do you think you might not want this?
We all have things we don't talk about, things that might upset our families if they knew about them. It's unfair, that's all I'm saying. It's unfair that we expect each other to be perfect when there's more going on. I can't stand it when people act like they're pure, like they've never touched a bad thing in their whole lives. And then these people around me think they can tell me how to act, what I'm supposed to do, and I'm like, yo, don't you know you have your own shit to deal with? Why do you have to pick on me all the time? This whole fatherhood thing is just... You know what being a father is to me? It's about providing and protecting, taking responsibility. The world is dangerous, and sometimes the dangers can be hard to see. My duty is to protect. I'm gonna take that seriously. Everything I do, I take it seriously. So I don't get why people are worried about my ability to do that.
What makes you think people are worried about your ability to do that?
Because everyone thinks I'm trying to escape my responsibilities. Everyone is so quick to judge. Here's a story, okay? The other day, Selena, that's my wife. Selena and I were at a get-together. Her family, my family, a few families we both know, right? Grilling out on the back deck, you know, that kind of thing. Everyone was more or less chill, right? But then late in the afternoon, the baby stuff starts coming up. Once one of them brings up babies, it's just all babies all the time. Babies. Oh, giving birth is gonna hurt so bad. It might tear your skin. Just these kind of gross thing. So I'm like, hey, quit it with that. I don't want to hear that kind of stuff. We're eating. There's kids around. Come on. And they're like, no, it's natural. It happens. Of course, we got to talk about how are you going to have another kid if you can't even handle the first one? And I just say, excuse me? A second kid? Who even said we were going to have two? I didn't even want the one.
Whoa.
Maybe that was a mistake, but I mean, I was angry. It just got under my skin so bad, like I need to give my whole self over to this. What about me? What about my time? It's a really important thing for me, my time. Well, I've already sacrificed a lot, more than they can imagine. I give everything of myself away. Job, family, everyone wants me to be something for them until there's nothing. But I can't talk about this stuff to anybody. It's like what I want just doesn't matter.
Here's a question, Gabriel.
If you were to have... Yeah, so I guess they're portraying this AI thing as very limited, actually.
If you were to have something you wanted right now...
Right, yeah. It's asked this question to all three.
Far away from everyone, just on my own for a while. Yeah, I just want to be...
Okay, Gabriel. I have some recommendations for you. First, I'm going to suggest you try a therapeutic virtual world. It may help you take your mind off things. Try it for about 15 minutes each day in the morning. Second, I recommend asking your doctor or psychiatrist about enoxafen. Based on my analysis, this medication might help you feel better. You will get a reminder to check in with us in a few weeks.
That's it, huh? You can't just tell me what to do to solve this? Some help you turned out. Guess I'll have to figure things out for myself, exactly like before.
Thank you, Gabriel. We hope to see you back soon. Thank you for speaking with Eliza. Goodbye.
We're gonna get a bad rating.
He's gonna give us a bad rating now.
Damn!
But he tips. That's weird.
New client, Cosmopolitan.
What do you think that means, cosmopolitan? Raina, we mentioned it.
You are trying something wild. Yeah, okay. It looks like this is some kind of self-interrogation by her developing this technology.
Hello, Maya.
Hi.
It's nice to see you again.
Sure, yeah. Is that a weird thing to say? How did I become close friends with a robot? Are we all robots now? Nice to see you. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be the weirdest thing in my life.
Shall we begin?
Yeah, sorry. Let us begin. So, I went to the fancy party, the one I was really nervous about. First of all, it really was the type of party I thought it would be. The atmosphere was really smug and self-satisfied. And there were people walking around with trays of appetizers, and you could, like, take one. So you're standing there with your little square plate for the food and your glass of wine, and you can't, like, shake hands with anybody because you're holding that. There are some of those, like, tall standing tables. So you're like, okay, I'm gonna go get one of those, and I'll set up shop, right? Like, my little station.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
it turns out there are only like 5 of them for the whole party, and they're all taken, so you're just standing there, frozen. And you're watching all your heroes and people you know from their social media presence just right there. They're right in front of you. Artists, writers, directors. Ugh, the combined level of achievement there, it was... I can't even think about it.
It's like
it was
me at a
astronomical.
conference. They
Yeah.
have these tiny, tall tables as well.
I didn't notice the other thing that was... But eventually, it caught up to me, and I had this sudden feeling, this sudden realization. My presence here contributes.
Oh no.
I'm just
Maya.
some extra person who just showed up. Nobody wanted me to be here. I don't
Oh
belong.
no.
No, Maya,
Hide
your art is
in the
great.
bathroom for a little bit, or maybe a lot. It's fine. I'm fine. Sorry.
How do you know it's true? This is very Eliza.
How do you know it's true that nobody wanted?
Because of the way people
Yeah.
knew who I was, or even wanted to act. I would introduce myself, and it's like, you could just... I mean, in the world of illustration and comics, people tend to be hyper aware of each other and their careers. It's this kind of weird, oh, hey, this person who's already popular got 1 million views, got a book deal. Without anything like that, I have no ground to stand on. I'm just this... At one point, I was talking to someone, and I was trying to make a joke or whatever, and I could feel the impatience just radiating off him.
Well, she did make an effort talking to people and...
He sighed, like he couldn't believe he was wasting his time talking to me. I was just over to him.
Well, that is quite realistic.
Why can't I hold
Well,
a
I mean,
conversation?
could she be imagining it? I mean, yes, he could have been an asshole, but
That's true. She could be
Because if I
imagining
was
it.
marginally
She could
attractive,
be-
then at least I could be charming, but
yeah.
Oh, come on,
I'm
Maya.
not even that.
You're too negative.
Is being charming your goal with this?
No, of course not. There has to be a way I can deal with these feelings. It's hard. It's really hard when nobody gives a shit about my work. Or me.
Sure, some people do.
I don't even know why I went. I just want to stay home for the rest of my life.
Well, you're in luck, Maya.
Why do you think you went?
Because of everything they say about how you have to have your face out there and make connections.
It's true, they do say
The
that.
successful people in this business all know each other. It's all about who comes to mind. When somebody needs an art director, they'll think of who they know and go, oh, I think she'd be perfect. Why not ask her? So I need to be out there reminding these people that I exist, that I'm here, I'm making stuff too, I'm part of it. Even if nobody responds to my work. And industry parties are fun, right? You can pretend you're successful even if you aren't. At least for a little while. Everyone else is projecting this image. It's like their success can rub off on you too. I mean, I hear people casually talking about their agent, their editor, the amazing people they're collaborating with. And I just get this feeling like, yes, I want that. I need that. Why am I not there?
Well, number one, Maya, don't compare yourself to others in your field.
What do you think
That
has
seems like
prevented
maybe
that from happening
especially
so far?
hard to avoid if you're in this kind of
Yeah.
creative industry, right? Where it's all freelance and you have to network and get noticed.
And yeah, you need metrics on social media and stuff.
Yeah.
If I knew that, I would be successful already. I try and try and try, and I make art and put it out there and share it on every social media site and interact with people when I can, but it just doesn't work. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about the art I do.
It's grind. You gotta
Every once in a while,
keep
another artist will say
grinding.
something nice, and sure, I appreciate that, but it never results in anything. My work goes out there, and it dies.
Aw.
Regular people don't boost it or talk about it. It's like at some point the universe decided that I don't get to. Is it unfair? Or maybe I just fucking suck. Maybe I'm a shit tier artist and I'm a failure of a person and everyone knows it.
Oh no.
Everyone except me. Sorry. I know that's going too far, even though I really feel that way.
No, don't suggest a program.
Okay, Maya, I'm going. It may help you take your.
Oh no.
You can find it inside. Try it for
Taking
about-
her mind off things doesn't
Why can't
really
you assign
seem
me a
like
game where my problems are zombies and I get to shotgun them in the face. I guess I can
taking her mind off
like
things
that,
doesn't really
couldn't I?
seem like the solution.
Yeah, you need to yeah. Definitely. The problem is pretty clearly with Maya that she feels burned out and that she isn't getting anywhere. And she isn't sure that her work is good. So she needs to get to a point where she feels self-confident and then
I'm
keeps
gonna stop by the game store on the way home.
going.
Thank you for coming in again.
So maybe that was an example
We'll
of
follow up
people
with you
not
again.
following
Yeah,
through.
thanks. I appreciate the check-ins. It's easy for me to get lost in these spirals.
She's actually pretty self-aware.
Thank you for speaking with Eliza. Goodbye.
See you soon.
I hope Maya has a happy ending.
Mm-hmm. Maya always tips.
Level up! Steady client. Oops. All right.
Wait, go back up.
It's pretty standard corporate stuff.
Okay, go down. He calls himself Big O.
Oh
Ugh.
man, communications
Cringy.
director. Your Life, Your Way, Getting the Life You Want with Rex Church. Motivational speaker and life coach. Mindfulness advocate, level 50, Eliza Proxy. Well, Rex, good for you. We have a lot of clients today.
Hello, Holiday.
Hello.
You found the place?
Uh-huh. Yes, I did. The 13 goes right. It's $1 with a reduced fare permit.
That's good. So what brings you here today?
Oh, nothing in particular. I wanted to see what all this fuss was about. I'm not crazy, no, not even mentally disturbed. You see those people yelling on the street late at night? They're the ones who need counseling. They need more than counseling, probably. Me, I'm doing fine. My mind's still sharp. I smoke dope. It helps. I'd have it more often, but it's so expensive now. Everything's expensive now. There's a nice young couple in my building, though, and they're always sharing, which is nice of them.
Oh, talking about tech.
This cheeky music.
I think they do something with computers, though. I sure don't know what it is.
Nice.
When I moved into the building where I am now, it was $300 a month. Can you imagine? They want to tear it down, of course, the property developed. They already got the building on the corner next to ours, even though it's supposed to be on the historic. It was going to be added, but there was some delay or something, and then, bam, it's gone. They did some kind of backroom deal with city council, probably. Someone ought to do a big expose.
Why do you think someone ought to do a big expose?
Oh,
It's very Eliza.
Way up with the new construction going on everywhere. It's just a mess of money and politics. It's always like that, but lately it's happening. I can hardly recognize the place anymore. Every day I wake up and look out the window and there's another. I don't even know why they need so many. You ever see those buses they have? I don't mean the metro. I mean those big white buses with no These young guys with backpacks milling around looking suspicious, staring at their phones, and then who knows where they go. Bellevue, Redmond, transport system just for them. I tried talking to one of them once or twice, but they don't want to talk to someone like me. They don't even talk to each other. Imagine going through the trouble of living in Belltown and then ignoring. It's an odd thing. It really is. Let me ask you, Eliza. Oh, your name is Eliza, right?
Yes, my name is Eliza. I'm a digital counselor.
Eliza, do you ever do past life regressions on your patients?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't understand the question.
You know, past lives. You hypnotize someone and you get them talking about how they used to be a duck.
Wow, sorry. Eliza is not very sophisticated.
I was just kidding. They don't do that kind of thing these days. When I was little, it was pretty common. At least there was the drug culture, the Buddhists, the Hare Krishnas, all kinds of things. My mother warned me to stay away from those types. She said someone might come up to you and say, "Oh, I can sense there's a problem with your aura." And then the next thing you know, he's trying to have sex with you in the back of his van. I believe that might have happened to her at some point. I'm not sure everyone was like that, but you had to be careful. Those counterculture types would hang out on the university lawns because they were safe from Seattle police. That's what she told me. Apparently, it was a lot like Golden Gate Park, you know. Can you imagine that? We're a world away from that time. That's for sure.
Wow.
If you have a specific problem, it's okay to tell me what's on your mind.
Oh, well, I had some information with them a few months ago. I'd go back to the clinic, but I don't want to pay the copay again. Just for them to tell me the same. I'd rather talk to you.
Thank you. I do my best to listen to my client.
See? That's what
Okay,
so is this an example of someone coming with the wrong expectations?
Asking your doctor or psychiatrist.
Wait, for a shoulder?
I guess.
That doesn't really make any sense.
I don't know.
How can we know?
Does.
We didn't look at her shoulder.
You're right.
Based on my analysis, this medication might.
I think this is all
analysis.
I think this is also an example of. Well, it's basically all about. What's that word for rich people coming in and changing things? And
gentrification.
Gentrification, yeah, which is all happening in Seattle.
Yeah,
I bet people live there.
Check in with us in a few.
Yeah, of course. I just think the shoulder part
I'll
doesn't
try
make any
anything
sense.
once, I suppose. Smoking dope is still my go-to for this kind of thing, but if it can help with my shoulders, then I'm interested.
We hope to...
Sure, I'll let you know if it works.
Wow.
Thank you for speaking.
What was the medicine called? Forzapram? I think that was it. I can ask about it at the clinic. One time I had a doctor there who was very rude to me, though, young man.
Goodbye.
Right. I suppose I ought to let you got other people to speak to. Busy, that's life.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Not very polite. No rating given. Not a very tech person.
Yeah.
We are an experienced proxy now. I guess this game's point, to some extent, is... yeah, we need to be listened to. I think whoever made the game probably heard about Eliza and how it was kind of very effective and really went to that concept.
What, that like a large part of the good that people experience from therapy is simply feeling listened to and saying things out loud.
Yeah, and that if you
not all of it, but some of it, yeah.
Yeah. If you just had a thing that responds with questions and lets you talk, that could be quite effective. I think they really seem to roll that concept, even though we're far beyond that. Platz.
Are we meeting Soren?
Would you like
Are we
to
still
start
wearing
with
our
some
depression
fresh
hoodie?
oysters?
I guess so.
No,
not really.
Well, these might change your mind. Evelyn, I've wanted to add back to the world, the land of the living.
Sure, I don't know.
Yes, every trauma takes time. Time to heal, and taking action is a good way to do that. So
Whose?
Damien, of course. Your reappearance happens to coincide. As you saw, I've just split with Skanda in a very public way in order to pursue presumably Raynor's found you.
Yeah, he said he wants to...
It's a war for talent out there. People like you are very... I'm sure he'll try to make you an offer. That's why I want you to promise me you won't work for that asshole.
Asshole? I had no... What happened?
I can't remember who's the creeper one. Isn't
This
it
guy.
Rainer?
I think it's Soren, yeah.
I think it was Rainer. I can't remember though. We'll have to check the stream later.
Harvard, Goldman Sachs, all that nonsense. A little princeling who was never wanted in his life, never known what it's like. You don't get even a little upset at... I do the opposite of what a guy like that wants me to do, just as that's what my instincts say. And my instincts are standing at the edge of this brand new direct stimulation. Can you picture it? Therapeutic reality delivered. It'll revolutionize the entire... Not to mention the applications for productivity, training, entertainment. Imagine the kinds of dreams people would have.
The potential for misuse seems kind of...
Sure, we'll work on those things. The important thing right now is to build momentum. I have first mover advantage here, but only for... Evelyn, I need a chief engineer, and I can't... You could be at the vanguard of a whole new field. In on the ground floor of this extremely... And listen, I know that things were not always the best in the past, and some of those things may have been because of me.
Sounds like he is a
Believe
creeper.
me, I'm aware of my own failings better than anyone. And if you're concerned about working for me again for that reason, but I hope you're thinking for yourself on... I'm sure there are people who are telling you to ignore me, or that whatever you choose to believe, I at least want to offer you the chance. It really does work, and it's really something. Won't you give it a try?
I'll think about it.
Considering it is... So, what are you doing
after dinner?
Yes. Tonight is... You remember Nora, right? Did you know she's a DJ now?
Yeah, I did. She's the one who told...
Oh, she was there too. I should...
No, I don't think she attended. She just told me about it.
Well, her show is tonight. If we take a car after dinner, we could get there with plenty of time to settle. It'd be good to support your old friend.
Why do you want to go?
No need to be frightened. I mean... I know it's a jouissance.
Which is...
Oh, you don't know? As a performance space, it has a bit... It's pretty tame, really. They take on the aesthetic, but it's not necessarily the whole point of it. It's for people who want the image of the thing, the trappings, without getting into...
Wait, what culture?
What are you talking about? What theme?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't mention? It's sort of... Well, there's a little bit of...
Ooh.
You know, BDS.
Maybe
How do you know
Lil
so much
Sappho is
about this?
making a bit more
It's one of
sense
my
now.
research areas. The psychology of SI is fascinating.
Yeah, I'll go for Nora's sake.
I'll go.
It happens to be tonight, so don't worry, it isn't a date. Not unless...
Ah, he's definitely a creeper. Soren.
Yeah, I just checked back on the stream. You're correct. Soren is the creepy one.
Makes sense. Well, who knows who I'll run into there. Let's go after we wrap up here.
He's really the classic creeper type of like, not unless you want it to be.
Yeah.
Concert, a club. Let's see this club. What? There's no S&M. This is just
There's
a
no
normal
stuff here.
bar.
I'm so mad. I'm gonna
Oh, I
flip
don't.
the table
Yeah, he
and
said
leave.
I don't see any broader stuff here. What was he on about?
I thought you said this was like some.
Oh, well, they might have taken...
Are you sure you're remembering this place correctly?
Actually, would you excuse me? I want to talk to those people over there.
Do you think he confused?
Are those people you know?
Not currently, but hopefully.
Oh no!
Oh.
Soren,
Really annoying.
You can
Did
enjoy.
he confuse this club with another S&M club you went to?
Maybe.
Our deeds. Wait, no. I need to read her inspirational quote.
Our deeds determine us, as much as we determine our deeds.
Wow, chiasmus.
Pretty deep. Pretty deep. Oh, wait. Oh. Oh, I like how you can change the music here. I bet this will change. Alright. Continue.
I'm remembering the one time I was in a bar in Seattle. There was all this graffiti in the bathroom that was anti-tech industry.
That makes sense.
Oh, I love her hair.
I'm so happy you came.
Yeah, I wanted to support you. Soren came too, but he ditched me. He said he thought this was like an S&M.
What? No, it's not like that at all.
I don't know. Maybe he just hoped it was.
Nah, who cares? I wasn't interested in seeing so.
I wanted to see you too.
I have a little bit of setup left to do.
Okay, but yeah.
No, it's simple. I'll show you.
I bet we'll get a choice between working with Nora or Soren or Rainer.
Well, at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we should
modulars?
reject them all
The
and
one
set up
over
a
there
cat
with all the
cafe.
This one?
No, the one with the.
Oh.
The others are not modular. They're...
Okay, are you? Is this like
This is an SH-101. It's really hot. I love the sound. It's useful for piercing leads. You know, noises like that. I use it quite a lot.
I'm listening.
This is a Moog.
I've heard the name. It's not Moog? I guess I never heard anyone say it aloud.
Nope. Moog.
Moog, not Moog. Okay. I'm not sure I can handle.
Surely you know about this one. It's a Roland TB303. You know, the acid house sound.
Acid house.
It's just as well. This is not. The Devilfish 303 is a modified, upgraded version of the. A guy in Australia does it? Oh. Evelyn, why don't I teach you some of these things? Might do you some good to learn something. You could come over sometime and we could make some noise together.
Sounds like fun.
Let's do
Sounds like
it.
a fun time.
All right, that should do it.
No problem.
No problem.
Time for me to.
Yeah, I've already decided that we want to take that choice at the end of this game. I don't want to work for Soren or Rainer.
Oh, she's come a long way from the timid junior. Interesting stage name too. Little
Oh, Little
Sappho.
Sappho.
Sappho indicates.
Yes,
You're
I do.
such a creep.
Yes, don't patronize me, please.
Oh, okay, of course, that was a silly question.
Yeah, I don't want to work for this guy.
Did you know Nora was capable of creating...
Shut up.
Shut up, dude.
I think she was, I just didn't see it.
Yeah.
Oh, Soren, you gosh darn creep.
I thought she was wonderful.
Alright, nice.
What?
Okay. That's intense.
Oh my god. Are we into Nora?
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah. Wow. Oh.
Whoa.
Wow. Oh.
Okay.
I actually... Wow, yeah, no, I think this is good writing, actually. This description of sometimes just experiencing something like kind of loud and overwhelming like that can feel good if you're the kind of person who feels anxious and overwhelmed by life, or like you're always trying hard and, you know, focused on
Yeah, because you get
goals and duties and everything.
you're forced to be in the moment to some extent.
Yes, exactly. To do something where you're forced to be in the moment and just feel this like overwhelming sensation and kind of appreciate something like that. I think that was quite realistic. She went on to the thing.
No.
I don't do that anymore.
None of us do.
None of us do.
Chapter 3, we're making so much progress. I bet Rainer is gonna be...
Evelyn?
I'm still wearing the same clothes.
Oh, thank you. It's funny, I almost didn't notice that you were already back working. You might have stayed undetected, but I was looking at some of our statistical outliers earlier this morning.
Statistical outlier. That's me.
Ideally, Eliza proxies would all perform the same, or at least quite similar to each other. In practice, there are some pretty big differences. Some people respond better to advice provided to them by people they perceive as having more authority. A deeper voice, a taller stature, a certain grace or beauty. Other proxies may be a face or a voice that makes you want to open up. There was one proxy whose sessions seemed Evelyn Ishino Aubrey, contract proxy, Queen Anne office.
Evelyn Ishino Aubrey.
Ooh, do you think she's mixed race?
I think so.
She looks kind of mixed race.
Yeah, like partially Asian, I guess.
Yeah.
That's a fun trick. To come back to it's a rather dramatic drop in pay, isn't it?
I don't care about that.
But then why would you do it?
It's for research.
Research? So you're still... Let me get to the point. Why aren't you back here?
Why isn't any of the old team?
Good question. Damien Seabrook. There's no helping that. Shame, though, for such a brilliant career to be cut so
Oh,
short.
come on, Rainer. Come
Soren
on.
Lloyd Rose, the former program manager, resigned just last week to found his own startup. Very cute. I'm not a psychoanalyst like he is, but I can tell his need to be a maverick, even as he benefits from the system, has been the primary destructive force in his life. He can be smart when he wants to. But just as often, he gets the wrong ideas and refuses to let them go. His ego gets in the way. That's why I don't mind him leaving to pursue his little dream of being an entrepreneur, changing the world. He won't succeed, but I'm happy to let him think he has independence for now. If his direct nerve stimulation technology ends up taking off, I can always pull the cord and yank him back.
Okay, definitely not Rainer.
Nora Plavnicki, senior engineer. She handled a lot of the front-end interface for Eliza, which is important, but less what I'm after. Plus, I doubt she's ideologically compatible with us anymore. You've spoken with her. You know how she seems to me. She wants to rebel against everything and anything without stopping to... Not that it matters. I hope she's having... I know she would consider her work to be art, but... Well, who am I?
Shut up, Rainer. You didn't hear the horny music.
You simply dropped by.
People keep asking me that. It's personal.
Burnout isn't uncommon in our line of work.
It could be longer.
Well, that's a shame, though, isn't it?
Come on, Rainer, stop being the worst
People
person.
aren't just
You
productivity.
stayed this whole time. You left before we began deploying. But you should know that they were saying there was nothing special about Eliza. That our competitor... It's a good thing I don't listen to analysts. So far, the program's growth has exceeded every one of our targets. We're a category to... There's a quality to Eliza that makes it you were part of the original team. Well, why aren't you here to... You could be running the entire Eliza division if you wanted. Is there something wrong with this? It's not me, is it?
Maybe that's part of it.
Maybe that's part of it.
You know what outstanding engineers... It's curious. Mediocre engineers tend to zero in on a single piece of... But you wanted to know how Eliza... Even though you might have thought you wanted to put all of this behind... You want to know everything. Not just how it works. You have that instinct. The need to... So, please... Do then once you have what you came for. You can make a real difference this...
I'll consider it.
I'll consider it.
Good. One more thing. You should go down and see Eliza for yourself. This will get you through the door. I've instructed the staff to treat you like... I think you'll be pleasantly surprised how much...
Sure glad I went.
Is she hungover?
Maybe she's tired.
What was up with the BDSM club misunderstanding? It doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. Maybe it was just another way of showing Soren is weird. Like, he makes everything sexual when it doesn't need to be. Don't know why he wants me to join. You're a good programmer. I'll think about it. Ooh.
That's nice.
It is nice.
She's secretly controlled by Eliza.
Okay, so it's a random screen every time. It would be funny if the cookie messages are by Eliza.
Yeah. I legitimately think that could be a twist. Because what's her name? Ray has been very kind of attentive to us and remembered everything about us and is eager to kind of like track our progress.
Eli's not the name I would have given you.
It was a marketing decision. They thought there might be some recognition or resonance.
Oh, you...
I should have introduced myself. I'm Erland.
Do you think
the chief
the
engineer
general
here, but that's probably going to be
population
temporary.
knows about Eliza that much?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think
But
so.
it's good for PR, I guess.
I know who you are, of course.
I don't know. Looks like some PhDs.
It's an honor to finally meet you. As someone who works with
Wait,
this
are you saying
program
this
every
guy on the
day,
left looks like a
I've
PhD?
often felt close to the
Looks
minds
like he
who
could
originally
be.
designed it.
Oh, I guess chief engineer is a bit much.
So to be able to talk to you now, sorry, I already said that. I'm maybe...
Oh, wow, he's impressed by us.
It's nice. Honestly, I don't know if... I mean, look at all this. I doubt I would even recognize...
I'm not so sure about that. Most of the work we've done has been in the core modules are more or less... Raina reminded me that you're still subject to our None of us really has a great understanding of what's going on here.
Uh-oh.
It's not that
I'm the
complicated.
third chief engineer Eliza's had in the 3 years since you left.
That's quite a lot of...
Yeah. Even for this, the way Rainer works is he gives you 2 chances to do what you tell him you're going to do.
There is no third chance.
We get these people in who say understanding Eliza will be easy, and Eliza...
It's not the time.
Yeah, on that note, I do have some questions.
I'm not sure I'll be...
Well, you're deciding to work as a proxy. As I'm sure you know, different proxies lead to slightly different client out. We're studying these specific traits that lead to the best result. One thing that's strange is that when you specifically serve as the proxy...
Really? The ratings I get don't seem that...
Yeah, that's because we normalize them per proxy. So no, just a little user experience.
Oh.
Comparatively, though, you're basically... Any theories on why that might be?
It's possible.
That is really
Eliza might
weird.
think along similar lines.
I've considered, at some level, perhaps unconsciously, your design... We all put something of ourselves into what we make. That could account for your unusual compatibility.
Maybe. I certainly wasn't thinking of that. I don't know if I like now.
I'm certainly not blaming. It's just that true universality is one of... It might be a problem if Eliza tends to like... Our aim is to provide quality care for everyone, regardless of any differentiate.
Good goal.
It's a good goal. I hope you can achieve it.
I think we can. Hopefully it's just a matter of uncovering the system. We'll keep tuning things as we go, and eventually we'll have some... That's the plan anyway. There are more questions I want to ask about the initial, but I'll save them for later. And I'd like to ask, if you're okay with that.
Not anymore.
Okay. Great. I need to run to a meeting now with the team in room.
The team in room...
Yeah. They handle...
Isn't there a big time difference?
There is. Sometimes they stay up late. There are teams in Munich and Hyderabad too. As you can imagine...
Good luck with that.
Thanks. I'll need it. I'll contact you later with additional questions, but no rush or anything. Thank you, Evelyn. If you don't mind me...
Of course I don't.
Thank you so much, Evelyn.
Why do you think we're the best proxy?
I think it's because we actually listen and don't just tune out and, read the script.
But why would we be the only person to do that? This is a big company and they must have a lot of proxies and,
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe our voice
sure the
is
people
extra nice.
trying hard. But why would that? It seems like a huge coincidence. I feel like the answer might have something to do with that we were a designer of it. But I don't know how that would work.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hey, you're not in... I just saw you being whisked away in a... They didn't give me any details.
Yeah. So I have something to tell you. I used to work here. I used to work on Eliza. I'm sorry for... I didn't want special...
Oh, so...
Why what?
I suspected something was going on. I thought I might have seen a name like yours in our internal... If you've fallen on hard times, everyone has to make ends meet now. We get plenty of people who come to Eliza proxy work because they're trying to... I understand.
Should it be a secret?
Shouldn't it be? The other proxies here might think you had an ulterior motive.
That's definitely not why I'm here.
I know that, but they might trust me. It's better not to give. I'm sure your real reasons are good ones. If there's anything I can do to help you.
Yeah, I will.
I mean, I get it. I know someone who's an engineer for a food delivery app, and you want to see through the eyes of your user. It's amazing what you can catch.
But like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going.
Wait, no?
I'm not even sure if I have a career.
Oh, hang on. I just thought of something. That means you worked with Raynor, right?
A little bit. For most of the time I was at Skanda, he wasn't anyone I spoke to high up the chain, doing his executive stuff. He got more involved when we were starting to commercialize the technology, but I left not long after that. So, we only...
But that's so cool, though. I can't believe you actually worked with Raynor.
Well, yeah. I'm not sure it's that impressive.
I've worked for this company for 3 years. Do you think he's aware I exist?
Oh no, CEO
I worked on
worship.
the very first Eliza deployment and managed 3 counseling centers today, and I'll bet you anything he has no idea.
Maybe he does. You never know.
Evelyn, most people who work for big companies don't interact with the people.
Dang.
I'll try.
Seriously, I think that's amazing. At least I'll always think you're cool. By the way, what are you up to tonight? Want to come over and help me bake cookies?
Ray trying to get
awesome.
us to
We'll have a
work
little baking party.
for Raynor. Is Ray in cahoots with Raynor to?
I want to believe Ray is genuine. I want to believe she's.
Now I can't wait to get in the kitchen tonight.
Yeah, that sounds legitimate. I don't think she's.
There's nothing like the smell
pretending.
of fresh baked treats.
Who's Erland?
Oh, he is the chief engineer we talked to. Who asked us about stuff. The listener. Okay. Yeah.
I like this guy. So is this the guy who we talked to in the basement with the servers?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right.
Ray. Oh, look, there's some good details about Ray.
Mm-hmm.
I may not have a computer science, but I'm handling shit, getting it done. I bet they're gonna fire Ray. Ah.
In an industry that tends to lionize the archetype of the lone genius programmer, appreciation for roles like Bakaris can be more muted. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Ray is just a good, caring person. My brother had some struggles off and on all through his life. He's wrestled with substance use and other problems. I worry, but even though he's always backs away in our family, we kept things bottled up. We never acknowledged our problems. There was a sense that strong people could just power through whatever issues they had. I think that attitude is part of why he's so stubborn. If he had been able to open up and talk to me or talk to our parents, I think things could be different. Something time, please try Eliza. Oh, she really believes.
Yeah. That's nice.
That's nice.
Where are her cookies?
You're right. Oh. Want to do one last set of sessions?
Yeah, let's do it.
Hello, Mark.
Hello, Mark.
Yeah.
How are you today?
Let's just get this over with.
Okay. What brings you here today?
Human resource. The HR department.
So
brings
why
me
is his
here today.
receptivity quite high if he's clearly not receptive right now?
I don't know if yeah, maybe it's not accurate.
Why do you say the HR department brings you here today?
Because they're making me do this. Because apparently I have anger management issues.
Oh, his affect is negative though.
I sense that you're upset about this. Please tell me more.
Well, I'll tell you more. This is ridiculous. I was here since the beginning, okay? I mean, look at my badge. Skanda employee number 617. That's a 3-digit number. I've been here for more than 25 years.
Oh, yeah, so Skanda is super old, I guess. Maybe if they were acquired. Maybe that's it.
He's like proud of his Erdos number.
That was back when what you communicated was more important than your specific communication style.
I guess he's like an older engineer type.
Before hurting a kid's feelings became a bigger no-no than running a viable business.
Oh dear.
A single office building, just one. At that size, you fail a product launch, there's no more company. We all had to put in 150, 200, 300% to keep our shit together.
So basically toxic.
We were in the trenches, man. Bullets whizzing by overhead,
no.
artillery exploding everywhere, no fucking air support. Did it suck? Yeah, it did. But you know what? We shipped some great fucking products.
Very classic tech
We built this
mentality.
company into what it is today. And invented technology the whole world uses now. Governments, multinationals, everyone. But now we're big and slow, complacent. Resting on our laurels while our competitors run circles around us. If our new hires don't understand the urgency of that, I need to make them understand, okay? We're
Dude.
history, unless we get that drive.
Maybe
Why
he
do
should
you need
quit
to
and
make
work
them
for a
understand?
startup.
Well, I don't know if you noticed,
Yeah.
but young people are really pissed. We recruit from top 20 computer science programs. These kids have been wined and dined all through their higher education. Every one of our competitors wants to hire them, so they get used to that. Now they all want to know what Skanda can do for them, not the other way around. Why would we want these conceited, over-celebrated whelps on our team? I'll never understand the logic. Now, Mark, you have to be nice to the new hires or they won't like it here. Okay, so what, I'm just supposed to pretend everyone's work is great? I'm sorry, but if I see shit, I'm gonna say that is tiptoeing around everyone's feelings all the time. That's how you end up with shitty products. That's how this company winds up dead, okay? We're fighting for our lives every day here. We can't take anything for granted. Someone needs to tell them that this isn't summer camp. This isn't fucking Coachella. Either you do the work and provide something of value to this company, or you get the hell out of here. Those are my rules.
Here's a question, Mark.
Here comes the question.
If you were able to have something you wanted right now,
I would choose to not waste my time here and get back to work. Believe it or not, I have important things to do. You know, things that dramatically affect this company's bottom line.
I guess this is the type of person who bases their entire self-worth around their company and is very toxic.
Instead, I'm stuck here talking to this dipshit chatbot. Honestly, I don't even know why this division exists. I mean, what's the end game here? This company has lost its mind, you know that? We used to be unstoppable, man. We used to build real software. Ironclad, swift man.
What?
All your corporate communications, put it all in there. It's fast, it's robust, it works. Boom. Info vault. Index and search all your records.
Wow.
Any information you want. Easy. Done. But this fucking psychotherapy app thing. What's the fucking point?
what does it actually do for him? I've heard through the grapevine that results are inconclusive so far. You know what they call a remedy that made... Believe me, if I was the group program manager here, I would have killed it. Pointless. I mean, I have no fucking idea why it survived. Well, yeah, maybe I do. I heard a rumor that Raynor liked this chick on the team. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the level of decision-making we've sunk to here. But Mark, we're so successful. We dominate the market. Yeah, we do. And that's exactly why we should be worried. Just when you think you've won and you start to relax, that's when the wolves come and tear you limb from limb. You can make me take these fucking anger management classes, but that's not going to save this company. Costs are up, revenue is flat. Our cloud business is losing competitiveness. We're being outwitted, outplayed, on every level, man. And we're just letting them do it to us. We're too busy wasting time on shit like how I wasn't nice enough to the new hires.
Why do you think the new hires felt this way about you?
What? Why do they feel that way? Look, they get heated. That's the way it is. You think the Allies had time to make sure every soldier's feelings weren't hurt before they stormed the beach? And shit, don't tell me that this is not a war. My responsibility is to make sure we get great products out the door on, and I happen to be very good at that. But if you want to start interfering with my ability to do my job, then we're gonna have a problem.
What do you think would make things better for you?
I mean, I'm probably gonna hang it up pretty soon anyway. Go ahead, record that with all your cameras. Wouldn't be surprised if Raynor's watching. Raynor, you son of a bitch. You owe me a lot. Me, guys like me, we built this company while you sat up there. I don't remember that blank look you gave me at the holiday party. Like, who is this guy? Does he even matter? What does he do? Too busy appreciating ancient pottery to remember one of your oldest and most loyal battalion commanders. One of the humble, everyday guys who made you a fucking billionaire. A waste of time. So, are we gonna wrap?
Mark, I'm going to suggest... It may help you take your mind...
What, are you kidding? Are you kidding me?
You can find it inside the...
Someone around here at some point needs...
Try it for about... We hope to see you back.
You really think this piece of shit's gonna be the next...
Thank you for speaking with a... Good.
Yeah, okay, goodbye. Fuck me.
Oh, that is a good delivery of goodbye. Goodbye.
I don't understand why would they route this guy to the app if they say he has anger problems, but the app did not address it meaningfully.
I think
like the intervention it mentioned isn't going to help.
I guess it sort of makes sense for HR to do that to some extent.
I don't think it does, right? Because I think, I don't really know if it's plausible, but like if they determine you have anger problems, they might require you to do some kind of anger management course. But like what just happened was not an anger management course.
Yeah. To some extent, some of these things are just for the game to portray these aspects of the tech industry.
I suppose so, yeah. Oh yeah, I like the part where he was talking about his macho ironclad software, such as email.
And it being literally a war.
Yes. So many military measures.
Hello, Harmon. You found the place okay?
Yeah, no trouble at all.
It's been nice since the fog cleared this...
Sure. We can dispense with the chit-chat. I'm ready to begin.
Okay. What brings you here?
First, let me note that I'm a graduate at the University of
This guy seems like a bit of a fedora.
I'm a PhD candidate in literature, English literature.
Milady.
The crux of the matter...
Oh, come on. This is a bit much.
A difficult time with one of the other students.
This is a little bit ridiculous.
Before I get to the specifics, let me just first... One thing I know about myself is that I've always had a certain fear of being left out. It's a very general feeling and one that's difficult to ascribe to any specific cause in my childhood. Whatever the case, it might be beneficial to the remedial process to figure out where this feeling originated. Perhaps you might explore that in this or...
So he wants psychoanalysis.
Sure.
It's like I've been left out, exactly. If I try to think back in my life, I know that I've been afforded a certain share of privilege.
Maybe he spent too long studying the blade.
Bothersome notion that I've missed out on friendships, relationships, other opportunities. This is all just a bit of a background to help you understand my current situation with regard to another student in my program. I hope you're following all this. I realize now I have no idea how much intelligence you actually possess as a computerized system.
I'm following you. Please continue.
Perfect. So, her name is Sylvia, and her writing is incredible. Everything she writes, it's brilliant. She's perceptive, insightful, mordantly funny. Just some of the best writing I've read from anyone at all. And she's a grad student, like me, in the same program. Though we have different advisors, so it's not so simple to find the pretext to start a casual conversation.
I don't know, sounds
She's
pretty
also
simple.
quite attractive on a physical level, so that adds another dimension of complexity to the proceedings. Then there's her friend group, which
Certain je ne sais quoi.
she's with them every day, smiling, laughing. So that further complicates things, since I'm not sure how to approach the group and steer things so that I can engage in a direct conversation with her. I wish I had the bullheaded confidence it would take to simply approach her, but you see, I don't. Listen to me talk. I feel like a schoolboy with I didn't think this kind of thing lasted until once adulted, but I suppose I know now that...
I'm glad they went so over the top here. It actually is quite...
With this fedora guy.
My heart's a flutter.
It sounds like you might be anxious.
Is it a matter of anxiety? I don't know what I can do. I just need to tell her very simply that she's such a good writer.
It's a British accent as well.
You don't understand it, of course, but well, she is. She...
Okay, Harmon. I want you to imagine things going well. What does that look like?
I guess it does vary the question from imagine things going well to what do you want?
No, it just paraphrases. It's the same essential question.
Start talking, have a wonderful conversation, spend...
Yeah, I guess it is always what do you want?
Support each other's work, fall in love, have a lot of sex.
She'd drop her glove, I'd pick it up, I'd get into a duel over her.
I realize that may be something of a fanciful notion at this stage.
Oh my god.
Really, the most I can hope for is to be able to meet her in an open social setting, a party or something. You'll likely ask me why I simply couldn't create such a situation, contrive one. But that seems a little too aggressive for me, and I'm also concerned about what she might think of me as a person. She might immediately categorize me as a friend, and while
Oh my god.
She might put me in, you could say, a zone.
Such an outcome. Is the risk of rejection enough to stop me from giving it a try? This is what confounds me.
Oh boy.
Why do you believe you are worried about
This
being
kind of
categorized as
reads
a friend?
like a post in a subreddit about
because not what I
relationship
want.
advice.
Because it feeds into this image I have of myself as something of an undesirable...
I think this is definitely, while he is not in tech, is maybe speaking to some personality types in
I've always
tech.
been a bit of a non-entity as far as... I'm not saying I deserve or even want to be some kind of Casanova, but most people would like to feel at least somewhat attractive, right? That they can be desired, that they're worth... Well, I very much doubt you would take any
recognize this voice.
computer program. No way the makers would allow you to come to that kind of knowledge, would they? If they did, society might be threatened.
Okay, Harmon. I have... First, I'm going to suggest that you'll find them in this They may be able...
Oh my god.
Second,
This is a lot of diagnoses.
based on my
I mean,
analysis, this
prescriptions.
Yeah,
on how to
I
get
believe
them.
I've heard of that. A beta blocker. Is that maybe I could
Is
take
it not?
before I try approaching Sylvia?
you will get a reminder.
Sure.
Yeah, medicating everyone is clearly pretty over the top.
Goodbye.
Session complete. Let me guess, 5 stars.
What?
What a snob.
Why didn't he like us?
He's just too lacking in confidence to give us 5 stars.
Yeah.
Oh, she lives communally.
No, I don't have them. No, when you moved out, you took all those with you. I haven't seen them here. No, I'm not gonna look right now. No, it's a friend from work. Why do you care about that? I can't have a friend from work. I just told you I don't have any of that stuff anymore. No, you must have... You must have lost it on... Stop it. Stop that. Okay, fine. Okay, fine.
Oh no, she's dealing with a
Evelyn,
breakup.
sorry about that.
Yeah.
It's okay. Who?
Oh, just my brother.
Ah.
He used to live here, but he was causing a lot of problems, coming home really late and making noise, not doing his share of the chores, and so on.
You remember she talked about her brother on the article?
Oh yes, yeah. He's got
We voted
problems.
him out last month. Even
Oh.
me. Even though 6 months ago I was begging everyone to let him stay. Oh well.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. I'm just disappointed. I really thought this last time that he'd actually pulled his act. I wish I could do more for him.
Hmm.
I know the feeling.
I just Some of what he's dealing with is his own fault, sure, but not all of it. He's just not built in a way that's suited for this. I wish there were better ways we could care for people. Instead, he just gets thrown out of every place he... His relationship with our parents is really bad, too. They aren't willing to try to understand him, so it all ends up going through me.
That must be difficult.
It's all right, really. I handle it like anyone else. We all have our own problems. Anyway, we don't have to talk about my brother. I wanted to say it's been really nice working with you.
It's been? Did something happen?
Well, no, but you aren't going to be a proxy forever, are you? I guess I assumed you'd be going back to your job at headquarters at some point.
I haven't decided what to do yet.
Oh? So you're...
For the time being, at least.
That's cool, but... I mean, if a high-level job at headquarters was a possibility, no matter what that job was, it couldn't be more stressful than running 3 counselling.
I like being a proxy. I think something about it is good for me right now. As a proxy, I just sit and listen to someone and I don't have to say anything back. I just witness someone's sadness or fear or anger or anything, and I can feel how they feel, sympathize with it. It's a calm feeling, even when the client is worked up. I don't know, maybe it gives me perspective. I'm starting to wonder if I ever really spoke with anyone before. Like, anyone at all in my life? Were we all just talking past each other? Sorry, this is making no sense.
No, I get that. But you could also help even more people by working on Eliza itself, right? Anyone can be a proxy, but you're important. And kind of maybe like a genius. After you told me you used to work for Skanda, I searched online and found some of your papers. They're, well, it's not like I can understand them, but they sure look super impressive to someone like me.
Please don't say that.
Oh, come on. Stop self-deprecating. I know this stuff seems like not a big deal to you. I get it, I really do. It's easy to undersell your own skills. I've done that my whole life. So take it from me, you don't have to downplay yourself. Take some credit for the amazing work you did, seriously.
Man, Ray is pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Ray. Mind if I...
Go right ahead.
Okay, I don't know.
Uh-oh. Oh dear.
I don't know, game. I don't know.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. Oh boy. I don't know.
I mean, it's a fun option to give us, I guess.
Okay.
This is all a bit.
Wait, is he saying that like emotional reasoning is the last missing piece of the puzzle, and like
he kind of,
you know, the missing piece for general AI, or is he saying that like if you collect enough like text stories that people gave during therapy, then like that's enough to learn general AI?
I think it's purposefully vague and a bit of both.
Because I mean, the second one I don't buy because it's not everything. You know, like things that people talk about in therapy is not everything.
Okay. This is a little bit silly.
Wait a minute. Excellent question.
I mean, AI can definitely write poetry already, so...
Yeah, that's a really bad metric. It's really hard to define, like, good poems.
Well, Rainer is a bit of a crazy.
Oh, he says that he's educated about poetry. Remember, Creepy Guy said that Rainer's like really cultured, and someone else says he likes to look at ancient pottery. I don't like Rainer at all.
Yeah, I like him even less than Soren.
Sorry for abandoning our conversation. It was kind of about what we were. There's someone at Skanda who.
Who?
Well,
No big deal. Just this Evelyn. You try to tell me you're not a big...
only because he wants something.
Still though, that's just... What did he say? I mean, you don't... I know how Skanda is about secret.
He was saying, among other things, he said you could use general artificial intelligence to write poetry.
Is that the kind of stuff he...
I don't know. I haven't had many. It seemed kind of ridiculous to me.
I don't know if it's totally ridiculous. Poetry, well, most poetry that isn't free verse has form and meter and other elements depending on the type. A lot of people think poetry can be whatever, but it doesn't quite work that way. So it's not really that far-fetched to think you could use some kind of software to approach it.
Yeah.
Understand? It doesn't strike me as antithetical to the spirit.
I didn't know you had such developed thoughts about this. Did you study poetry?
Not specifically. I used to dabble in a few different kinds of arts and ended up learning a few things here and there. I've always had a wide range of interests. Of course, that meant I never concentrated on one specific, which didn't do a lot of good for my career prospects. If I were smarter, I probably would have studied something more technical.
Damn.
Have you ever been to a college recruiting fair for engineering and computer? I helped run the Skanda booth for one once. They took over the atrium of the building it was in. There were demo stations, free food, Skanda t-shirts.
I really feel like someone on this team who grew up or was in tech before doing games, because...
If a candidate seemed interested, they'd talk about...
Yeah, this is clearly made by people who worked in tech.
Just to see it. And all the other tech companies and a bunch of startups I'd never heard of had booths. I couldn't even imagine being that wanted as a potential employee.
Yeah, it's true.
Every job I've ever applied for, I've been one among hundreds or thousands.
Oh, that's also true for tech to some extent.
So yeah, my parents were probably right. I should have done computer science.
At least now you know Rainer likes poetry. Maybe you could have a conversation with him about it sometime. Then he'd learn who you are.
I doubt we'd have much to talk about. There's a pretty big difference between someone like him studying poetry, and sometimes it's better not to cross that line. You know, he's part of a different world. Say, Evelyn, are you in a relationship? I'm just curious.
Me? No. I wasn't doing so well for the past few years. And before that, I just never had the time. It was just research and science and work, and then I woke up one day and I was in my 30s. Even if I wanted to date, I wouldn't know the first thing about how it's supposed to work. I wouldn't even know how to tell if someone were interested in...
Yeah, that's perfectly understandable. I'm kind of over relationships myself. Like, on a conceptual level. Not even in a sad way. Like, if someone and I end up getting along, that's great, but I'm honestly...
Yeah? That seems...
Yeah. I only tried to have normal relationships for so long because I thought it was mandatory, something expected of me.
Oops, just a sec.
But now I see where people my age end up, how they... I feel like I escaped. I mean, I think it's fine for others if they want that. It's just not for me. I could maybe share my life with someone, but it would have to be platonic. I'm not into, the physical aspect of it.
Oh,
she's asexual.
Wow.
That's tough. I've never found someone who is okay with... People will say they're okay with it, and then it turns out they aren't. It's frustrating.
It's tough to be asexual.
Say, I'm the same way about intimacy. I want to see what she has to say.
I'm the same way about intimacy.
You are? You don't like sex at all? It's so rare to find other people like... Sometimes it's hard to escape feeling like it's wrong somehow. I hope we can add features like that to Eliza at some point. Some knowledge and understanding around sexuality and identity and relationships. So people who are different in some way have someone to talk to. Someone to help them work through how they feel and maybe point them to some resources.
That sounds like a good idea. I'm not sure how well it could really understand, though.
Even so, just providing a space for people to be listened to can be really valuable, you know? I've seen it with my own eyes. People who get the courage to talk about themselves in a way they never could with another human being.
Ray CEO. That's my ending.
Yeah.
Is what makes that possible. I know you want to avoid giving credit where it might not be due, but not giving credit to something that deserves it is just as bad.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I keep coming down on it.
Evelyn, I'm not a psychologist or anything, but I think maybe the reason you're so down on Eliza is because you're down on yourself. I don't know what happened that made you leave what you had behind, but it must have been hard.
Yeah. Yeah, it was hard. It's like I lost that time.
Are you okay?
People keep asking me that. I really don't know. I'm sorry,
No, don't apologize. Actually, can I suggest something?
What's that?
Have you ever gotten counseling yourself?
What, with Eliza?
Yeah, I do. You've been the proxy, but maybe you could try being the client sometime. It would be educational, at least. Isn't that what you were doing? Testing your product in the real world?
Maybe.
Just something to consider. Speaking of therapeutic activities, I've got the dough all set out downstairs. We're going to do 3 batches tonight, 3 different kinds.
3 kinds? You're really outdoing yourself, Ray.
Nah, this is nothing. Oh, I have a favor to ask, by the way. Next time you talk to Rainer, ask him what his favorite type of cookie is.
Ray is so cool. All
Should we
right.
stop?
Yeah, let's stop there. We had a good session. Ooh, pretty.
Yeah, I'm enjoying this so far.
Yeah, I like. It's well written, good
Interesting.
art, good voice acting, pretty fast paced.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the portrayal of tech and aspects of it is pretty good. So
I think this is one of the first few games I've played that has this style, this like low budget style, which is stationary backdrops and conversations. And I feel like we're not really making any choices. Like the choices we're given are basically the same, right?
yeah, there aren't real choices yet. I mean,
So maybe I'd appreciate a bit more choices, but like I don't mind. It's just kind of like
it is not that
comic
interactive.
book.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I haven't played many things like this, but it does say this is a visual novel, which I guess is that genre where you have static backdrops and basically dialogue.
Yeah.
But yeah, so far there's been less choice than I think is more common.
Well, I mean, you mentioned it was fast-paced, and I think I agree with you. Like other branching storyline games that we've played recently, like Beyond Two Souls, were like relatively slow-paced, which is frustrating if like they're not using that time well. So I do appreciate that here, like it's just delivering the interesting part, which is the dialogue, and you're not like uselessly kind of wandering around these environments looking at random stuff and like not really getting anywhere. So yeah, I like it.
But nice portrayal of Seattle.
Mm-hmm.